What's up, fellow musicians? My name is Chris James. Today I'm going to be unboxing / reviewing a new product I have. It's called the iSolo. It's an acoustic guitar pickup made by the company called Cloud Vocal. I got it in the mail a couple days ago, so I'm here to show you what it does and what it's actually like. I'm super excited to dig into it. I do things like lead worship at my church and I play a lot of live events. So an acoustic guitar pickup that's completely wireless, hands-free is super helpful to me. So this video is by no means sponsored by Cloud Vocal, so everything I say in this video is my opinion only. Alright, so without further ado, here is the iSolo. Might not really need the knife actually. Alright, so here is my new iSolo. Alright, so straight out of the packaging, we got a nice brown box right here which contains the main product. And then this little white bag that says this is the instrument mount. So you're gonna stick that right inside your sound hole. We're gonna go ahead and open up the instrument mount. Yep, just as I thought. Whoops. Stuff is flying everywhere. So we got a little rubber mount. This is made out of rubber and it does feel like there's some harder plastic or metal on the inside, so it is nice and durable. So you're gonna slide this into the sound hole of your guitar and then you put the actual iSolo inside of there, okay? Yeah, we got a little manual right here that tells you what to do. It's going to teach you how to stick it in there, but we don't need that because we're figuring it out on our own. This is our mount, okay? Let's look at the main box right now. Oh, I do need the knife. Where'd my knife go? So we're gonna open this up right here, slice. Opening up the box. Inside, here's our iSolo. Very nice packaging, very sturdy. Just by the packaging, I'm feeling very confident about this product. That's a very durable product and something that many musicians are gonna wanna use. Pull this out. Look at that box. It says iSolo wireless acoustic pickup. Simple to use, more natural sound. That's what we want to hear. Simple to use. That's the key. Simple to use. So we have our manual inside the box, and then this is, I believe this is our receiver, okay? So this is what you're gonna plug into the amp, alright? So if I understand it correctly, the iSolo, which is mounted inside the guitar, is gonna send a signal to this. This is a receiver and it looks like you can adjust volume, you got a low cut, channel, so it's got some different settings on here. This is the receiver, and then this guy is going to go straight into the amp, alright? So that's how that's going to work. Here's the actual iSolo itself. Great packaging, nice and protected. We're going to open that up, it's a zipper. This is the iSolo itself, alright? Here it is, very good looking. Alright, so you're going to take this little antenna right here, and then through this hole right there, you're going to stick the antenna through the hole just like this. Alright, and then that's how you mount it, and then you'll just slide the whole piece into the guitar. I've got a little power switch right here. The mic, you can adjust this to stick into your guitar, and then you just slide this whole thing into the sound hole, okay? Receiver, right up there. And then the last thing we got in the box, it says iSolo accessories, okay? Open this little box up. So this looks like we got AC power for the receiver. So what you're gonna do is take this, plug it in there, just like that. This goes into the outlet, this connects to the amp, and then we also have USB power, okay? So if you don't have an outlet lying around, but you've got a laptop or something like that, you can also use USB power, okay? So you plug this guy into a USB port, this guy would swap out. Instead of using the outlet power, AC power, you stick that in there, just like this, okay? Sweet. So the first thing I'm gonna do to get this all set up is I'm gonna take my AC power, plug that into the receiver like this. I'll just set the receiver up here, take my power, plug it into a power source. Immediately we have reaction, okay? So the receiver's blinking blue, if you can see that. So I'm assuming what that means is it's looking for a signal. And then I'm gonna take my cord to plug into the amp. So I'll stick one end into the amp, just like you normally would. Stick one end into the receiver, like this. It says out, everything's labeled so you know exactly what you're doing. We'll stick this up here, just like that. Alright, so once I have the receiver all hooked up to power and hooked up to the amp, I'm going to take this little antenna that was in the iSolo little box, like this. There's a little yellow tab right here. Take that off. The tab is just there for protection. And screw it in like this. Then nice and snug. So we got our little antenna. This is our receiving antenna. Now I take the iSolo itself, alright? There's a little power button I showed you earlier. It's a little power button right in the middle. I'm gonna hold that down. The manual says hold it down for 5 seconds, okay? So I'm holding this down for 5 seconds. I'm looking for a little green light to show up. Alright, so now I've held it down. I have a little flashing green light. You can see that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press the power button on the transmitter and press the blue button right here on the receiver at the same time, and that will pair them up, and you'll know they're paired up because the light will stop flashing on here, the green light will stop flashing, and it will stay solid. So I press them together just like this, holding them very close, holding the antenna close to the transmitter. Press them at the same time. Might take a couple of tries. Alright, so now I've got a solid green light on the transmitter. That means we're all paired up and ready to go. So what I can do is take this, stick it in the guitar. You're going to want the microphone way down in the sound hole. Goes in nice and easy, that's great. Make sure the microphone is way down in there. I'm going to turn the amp on. So as you can see, the sound definitely picks up and transfers to the amp nice and clean. It's a very solid connection, solid sound coming through. I would say my biggest complaint about the iSolo right now is I'm getting some feedback coming out of the amp. I think it's because the iSolo, it's a very powerful device and it's a very powerful pickup, and it's designed for huge open live events and stuff like that. So when I'm playing in a small room like this, a foot away from my amp, I'm getting a lot of feedback, but I think if I were to be on stage doing a live event, this product would work great. So that's something to keep in mind. So depending on what you're doing, this may or may not be the product for you. After a little more testing with the iSolo, I was able to reduce the feedback coming out of the amp by a little bit, but it was still present and still enough to annoy me. Also, despite the box saying the product was easy to use, I found the instruction manual a little complicated and hard to understand. Check. Checking. Because of these two things, I'm going to have to give the iSolo a 4-star rating. I love having a wireless pickup, but for myself, not being a professional musician, I don't need something quite as high-tech as the iSolo. However, if you are planning on playing at large events, then the iSolo is probably a great product for you, and I would definitely recommend it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it helps you out.